Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. Gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates out of this reading and leave the rest. And let's call in spirit and let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of the situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. Well, hello, how are you today? I hope everyone's doing well. Nice smoke up in here. Clear the energy of the cards, clear the energy of the space for this reading. Alright, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, showing up and showing out. I certainly do appreciate that. Alright, so what I'm doing today is more of a podcast, a tarot cast, as they say. And I wanted to talk about dark and light. Each one of us has a dark element as well as a light element within us. And at any given moment in our journey, we could divert from one to the other. But some of us are born inherently of the dark or the light. We have more of one than the other. And we tend to go into that for which we were born into, which is the light or the dark. We turn to that. Maybe it's something that we have to struggle and fight, or perhaps it's just genetically in us to be more of one versus the other. But we do have both in us. And I feel like there is a set of twins, not physical genetic twins, but on a spiritual level twins. One is of the light, one is of the dark, but both have a mission and both are not evil. We tend to look at the shadow side of ourselves as a negative thing. But the shadow work, it's like we can't appreciate our light, our goodness, unless we also have to face the negative aspects of ourselves. And that's what traditionally what they say shadow work is. A shadow worker is when you go inward and you unpack all of your negative traits or the darker aspects of yourself and transmute them, deal with them, unpack them, and then move forward. Recognize that you have those traits and then work on such traits. Visiting the shadow side of yourself. Or then they have the light workers that look at the good, have the higher vibration and help other people to see the light within themselves. Well, the shadow side of ourselves also does the same thing in a sense of it mirrors or shows a mirror up to people who are a shadow side. Helps them also to, maybe through example or through motivation, to recognize their darker side, their darker elements of themselves and transmute it. In other words, eliminate it, transmute it, or change it into something lighter. But there are, have you ever heard of a covert operation? In the military, they have it. In certain groups, they go in and they become a part of the culture. Maybe they already know the language. It's like a spy, if you will. Intelligence agent. They have the literal people like that that are in our government and other governments throughout the world. Mostly they're in military, but they could also be civilian doing the same thing. Well, let's say that, like it talks about in the Bible or in the spiritual world, as above, so below. As in heaven, so on earth, right? Well, what if it's also the opposite? as on earth, so in heaven. We are created in God's image, right? We are God's mirror image in a sense of our traits. Not exactly perfection, right? Because we lost that. If you are hanging with me right now, if you're feeling what I'm putting down here. What about the concept of a shadow person, a shadow worker, a shadow agent, a shadow warrior, however you want to verbiage it, that has a specific job while on earth? And it isn't to be a negative or bad person, it's to infiltrate enemy territory, so to speak. Become one of them. So as to be I wouldn't say spy, but something similar, that you would be able to understand the human condition, the negative, the terrible, the good, the bad, the ugly. Because nobody's inherently all bad. They weren't born that way. They choose to turn that way. But what if there are people that are doing the shadow work in a sense of not just going inward, but they're also outwardly there to keep the shadows at bay? So that the ugly, the real ugly element of the shadows, the people who are doing the most, doing the terrible, don't come past the barrier that the shadow workers actually create, a barrier for the light workers to do their job. So they stand at the fringes of the shadow and the light, holding back the darker elements by infiltrating the enemy territory and becoming almost like one of them, even having to become one of them in order for them to be trusted. That's what they do in spy work, right? But this is to, how do I put it? This is to like blend in so that the shadow people that roam the earth, the darker elements, don't go past the barrier, but it's almost like it's an illusion that's created, that there is no barrier when there actually is one. They're holding God, the shadows, and the light workers are holding guard, the light. Both have a job to do, different, but not evil. Neither one of them are. They just have different ways of achieving a goal, which is survival of this existence called human life, humankind. Because I don't know if you're aware, folks, the darkness is increasing. The shadows are blurring the light. It's like it's becoming ever apparent that darkness is growing in number. And the light workers cannot do this work simultaneously by themselves. Light is powerful, but the numbers aren't there anymore. The numbers are just not there. It's sort of like reinforcements are coming in, but these people are not like the light workers because they're not of the light. They're the dark shadows. They don't fear the shadows because they've gone there. Just like light workers have to do the same thing. But the difference is that the shadow workers, the shadow warriors, they stay in the dark. They stay amongst the dark. They can handle the darker elements. They can handle their shadow side because that's what their inherent nature is. And there's two twins, one of the dark, one of the light. Both are holding their positions, their relative positions sent by the divine. Because as the knowledge of the universe is getting ever more apparent, or more of the secrets of the universe are being uncovered, there is an element of shadow people that aren't bad. but they have to, not pretend, but they have to be more of the dark in order for them to blend in to that side of themselves. They have to, I don't know how to describe it, but there's these two twins that are doing the similar work, but one's of the light, holding that up as a mirror, and the darker shadow side, the other twin, is blending the dark, the shadows and the light, blending it so that it blurs the separation, so that the darker elements don't even realize that they're being blocked. They just feel like they could do whatever they want and move the way they want, but really they're being blocked by the shadow workers. Because darkness is prevailing. Darkness is, the shadows are becoming more and more gaining territory over the light workers. And Spirit had a contingency plan with these shadow warriors that would hold their line on the other side of the light, so that the dark forces wouldn't penetrate the line. Ascension. Divine guidance is here. There's an ascension for both twins. Being divinely guided. It's always been told in the tarot world that the shadow is the bad or the negative aspects of ourselves, but I feel like in this instance there are exceptions that Spirit has set aside, darker forces that can handle being on their dark side. The moon, yeah, it's been an illusion that one is better than the other. There's a Queen of Pentacles here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's a King of Wands. One looks masculine, one looks feminine. The Queen of Wands, but as we know with energy, there is no he or she. So it could be either or, take what resonates. But both of them have a role here. One could be more darker than the other. Spirit, come through. Wands, I think I just said it was Aries, Leo, Sag. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is Queen of Pentacles. There's also a Page of Pentacles. There's a Two of Cups. Yeah, so this could be a page, could be a child from this couple. This Two of Cups, love. There's also a trash box here as well. There's an Ace of Wands, a new beginning. And it started out black magic. So there was a separation of these twins based on a Page of Pentacles offering up something to either the King of Wands or the Queen of Wands, thereby separating the two twins, one to the darkness and the black magic, the other one towards the light. There was an ending, yeah, cut off here. There could have been a child involved here as well. Six of Pentacles, there's generosity. Somebody was generous to one of the twins monetarily, and the other accepted it. Six of Cups. Yes, they offered them their cup of love. They offered them something, maybe even a permanent commitment. And up in the clouds, it's like they put this person in a state of euphoria or even a drugged situation, because it looks like the guy's high here. And Three of Pentacles, it was a third party situation. But there was a judgment that was called, and Twin Flames is here. The Magician. 8 could be a significant number. The Magician's here. Manifestation happened. Nine of Cups for prosperity. And I feel like that could have been what happened, is one of the twins became more materialistic than the other one, wanting more of the 3D, the money. Yeah, King of Cups showing their cup of love. 10 of Cups is here with a child. He could have been married to this person at one time, but they went towards another person. A trash box, it's saying here. 5 of Wands, putting up conflict, devil energy. codependencies and addictions happened in that connection between your person and the person they chose. 8 of Pentacles is here, working hard. Working hard, it should be on a karmic connection, it's saying. There's a division here. There's a sun, illumination. That there was a 2 of Swords, a blinded decision that was made by one of the twins. It's like somebody single and sexy. 4 of Pentacles, like really becoming something in the world. And there's a Page of Cups. Somebody wants to message that person. Somebody wants to come towards that person. Could be you. 5 of Cups, they can't see you. They can't see the divine gift that you were to them. Ace of Cups, a new beginning in the reverse because a Page of Wands. Maybe the trash box blocked their prosperity or stopped them in their tracks towards their prosperity. 10 of Pentacles, maybe even said that they were going to be that 10 of Pentacles. They were going to be their divine person. Social media, this could be playing out on social media. Spirit, more cards here. And this is the Twin Intuitive Cavs deck. His tarot deck. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, the star. You're the wish fulfillment. You're going to be a star, and it could be on social media. Ace of Swords, you have a new beginning, a new business, but there's also a new beginning in love. Somebody's going to have to be watching that. 4 of Wands, and maybe putting them in their feelings. Because you have strength. Yeah, there's a third party at 3 of Cups. But you're destined off your 2 Pentacles, and you're going to be walking away from the situation with this other person. The Fool is going to take a leap of faith toward yourself. 10 of Wands, so this person is going to stay stuck with a false person. And their life is going to be stagnation. Yep, 4 of Cups, they couldn't see you. They couldn't see you as a divine gift. But the Most High is stepping in here. The Wheel of Fortune, you're going to move forward. Justice is coming for you. But this person, because you walked away, is so obsessed. They could go to church. They could have I don't know, a level of commitment. Leadership in a sense. Maybe even a spiritual side of them that they don't show everybody. One more card, Spirit, please deck. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, 10 of Swords. This person's been through a lot. High Priestess. Maybe you're opening up your third eye, or you're opening this person up to spirituality. Where in the past, maybe it was surface level. They didn't have divinity like that, like you did. Okay, let me go into a different deck here that I have. Then I'll go into the Kipperish. Okay, Spirit, give me a message here about these twins. But they went to the darker side right now, and they're on the darker side giving into those elements. Eventually, they're going to wake up to that, and they're going to recognize their mission. But right now, they're wallowing in whatever toxicities this person's presented, whatever devil energy, whatever codependency they want your person to be under. Yeah, it's like they're playing them, though, for money. Yeah, patience is in the reverse. This person's losing their patience over this and possibly losing their mind. But they're definitely losing their money because this person that they're with is taking their money. Thank you, Spirit. Believe. Yeah, you best believe, man. Believe in yourself and your choices. Because there's a new chapter beginning for you where there'll be balance, where you'll be winning and shining, where you'll be showing how fierce you are, and that your potential is limitless. There's nothing you can't do. But this person's stuck, and spirits motivate them to let go, but it's in the reverse. They won't let this person go. And why won't they let this person go? They're not following their mission. You walked away from this person to your divinity, to your calling. And this person's still in the 3D. Mind games, codependency, sexual, I don't know, I can't say promiscuousness because I'm not sure about promiscuousness, but definitely controlling in every aspect, including in that area as well. Spirit, give me some more information on one of the twins that is in the reverse right now. Like, as far as whatever happened to this person, they know about it. I have house in the reverse. This could have been something that they're going to lose, or they lost a home. Identity attachment in the reverse. Occupations in the upright, so they could have a high position somewhere. This is your divine masculine saying. They're not saying hi to you. They're not even talking to you. Destructions in the reverse, but flying monkeys here. They're putting obstacles in your path. Yeah, calm is here as well. There could be a health concern between you or your person. They're thinking about you heavy right now. You could be feeling it. Somebody's sending you the evil eye. Somebody was lustful in the past. They stole money off of you. There could be a child or children involved. Emotional pain in the reverse. Abuse in the reverse, in the upright. Yeah, message in the reverse. Family in the reverse. Abundance in the reverse. Distant future. They don't know what their future is going to bring in the reverse. But they know how to gossip. They know how to break your spirit. They know how to talk bad against you, but they don't know how to tell the truth. They just don't. They've started a lot of nonsense, and it wasn't even true. Half the stuff they said was all bullshit, just lies to get your person to believe them, which they did. Excuse me. All right, this is sad, but it's like one of the twins went into left field. The other one is on the path of righteousness. So, Spirit, give me a couple more cards here. And I feel like in the end, they're both going to do what they're supposed to do. Resilience is your superpower. Surviving and thriving under harsh conditions. Adaptability built for survival. So, this could be both of you. This is why this person's going through so much, right? It's okay to start over and over and over again. Rebirth, the phoenix rising. Your person could be raging and in confusion about what's happening here, but they're ascending. Honor what is ending. And that could be connections too, right? Yeah, honor it. Body and soul. Maybe this was a love at one time that you had. It could be breaking up a connection too. That's hard on you. But you reap what you sow in life, and that's what Spirit's saying. This person's reaping what they sow, your past person. Mystic cat. You could have a cat in your home that is spiritual. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing from Spirit. A couple more cards, Spirit. I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. Courthouse is here. Oh, God. A love spell was performed, a ritual. Somebody's reaping what they sown, and it could be in the courts, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Yep, and yep some more. Okay, let's go into one more card play here. What's going on here, Spirit? Why is this person going to court? Why is this person going to court, Spirit? Someone's on television. Maybe being exposed. News. Maybe it's on the news. Nostalgia. Ooh, you're an empress. They're watching an empress. Why are they going to jail after that? Judgment. Two of Swords. The choice they made has been a judgment. They forgot why they came here. Obviously, we don't always remember. We're not going to remember. But they forgot where they came from. And right now, they're sitting in lack. They may have a lot of options, but I wouldn't say that they're going for all of these options. Maybe they're known as a player, though. Page of Cups, yeah. Just, and, maybe naive, too. Nine of Wands. taking risks, running from something. It's in the reverse. And they don't want to run from you anymore. They don't. They find you to be alluring, but you deleted them. Yeah, moving back in, maybe their parents' house. What is this? The festival going in reverse. They're no longer partying. No longer hanging out with their buddies, doing the most. Yeah, one more card, Spirit, for and then you keep moving forward, as what Spirit's saying. You have a mission to do with your light. They have a mission with the dark. They ghosted you. That's what it's saying here. They ghosted you. Yeah. They went for the poster, but in the reverse, they look good on the outside, but they're not good at all. And in the light of day, you can see all the cracks. Four of Pentacles, trying to hold on to what they got. Yeah. Seven of Wands. There's like competition. There's arguments. There's a group of people. Makes them sick. Nosies here. Yep, the Lopper, because all they are is pretenders. They got the receipts to prove that. But this person is really got a job to do. But they got to learn about the human condition and what people are capable of. Things that you thought you could trust, you can't. That there's motives that humans have. And some of them ain't that great, these motives. Yeah, Two of Swords, and they got to make a choice and a decision. Started out in the beginning, they had to make a choice and a decision, and now they got to make a choice. Are they going to give in to the darkness that's surrounding them? Or are they going to step up and do their mission? Spirit is prodding them to finish the mission that they came here for. Yeah, they put it in suspense for a while. Nine of Needles, it's in the reverse. They have the ability to ascend. They are ascending. They are learning. But I don't think they know the full recompense of what they're expected to do, the Queen of Matches. They're focused on other things, but they got to gain their courage. I think they're watching you, though, and they are gaining it. But they have this addictive personality. The Devil's here. Right now, they're wallowing in that shadow side instead of transmuting it into something where they can be helpful. Devil comes out again. The Empress, yeah, they're obsessed with you. Seven of Swords, maybe at one time they backstabbed you. Yeah, they're with the High Priestess in reverse. Maybe that's the person that backstabbed them. Or backstabbed you too. Three of Cups, they had all these options. They had third parties. But I feel like something is going to change in this dynamic. They're going to realize what their mission is. Their mission is to hold the dark, transmute the dark. Yeah, right now they're learning, they're growing. Queen of Cups, I mean, I feel like even masculine, they have this side of them that they hide, right? Because we have Lopper here, they could be the pretender. The great pretender, pretending that they got their shit together when they don't. But their mission is clear. They're of the dark, and their job is to hold the shadows while you are supposed to hold the light. You're doing your part, but they need to step up and hold their end of the bargain. And I think Spirit is trying to show them that their job is not to give in to the shadows, but to transmute, to rise above what the shadow side of a person truly is. And by learning what the shadows are, by delving deep into the shadows, but being able to control your end of it. Right now they're in that devil energy, but once they can control that aspect of themselves, that devil side of them, they'll be able to understand that even if you are of the darker side, you still can be a good person. You don't have to give in to the temptations, the materialism, and just the, I don't know, like the aspects of the shadows that people try to hide. It's like to be your true authentic self and to shine that light, even if the light that you have to shine is shadow. Because like I said, the shadows aren't a negative thing. It's only when we create that narrative that the shadows are bad, that the shadows are ugly, that there's something to be afraid of. But yet, inside of each one of us, we have the shadow and the light. So we're not bad. So if we're considered good people, then why is it that a person who has those same attributes but is more shadow than light, are they considered bad? This is something that I feel like that spirit, the universe, is trying to inform us of. The light is getting brighter, meaning understanding is becoming more transparent, that we are not inherently bad, and that we need to be more accepting and understanding of all aspects of not just ourselves, but the human condition. That when a person is of the shadows, there could be a reason why nothing happens for nothing. There are some people that have jobs out there that their whole purpose on this journey is to hold the shadows, to blur the lines, but to hold the line for the light workers, because there is way too much darkness penetrating at this time, and Spirit always has a plan B. Thank you so much for joining me in Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe. And join my tribe because I love to have you. Till next time, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.